was from the conscience of Nigerians who truly believe that a man who has spent all his life fighting in the opposition, struggling to right the wrongs and bring justice and fair play and improve the living standards of Nigerians, definitely is a man that can deliver. And so you started. Subsidy was gone, and subsidy is gone. And today we are able to float the economy with income coming from the non-oil sector. And so your reforms are working. So when you came to the National Assembly with a very ambitious budget of 49.7 trillion, little did we know that working with your team will find a way to discover other sources of bringing revenue in. And today you are about to make history by signing the largest budget ever done in the history of Nigeria since independence. It was from the conscience of Nigerians. The voting that was done for you was from the conscience of Nigerians who truly believe that a man who has spent all his life fighting in the opposition, struggling to right the wrongs and bring justice and fair play and improve the living standards of Nigerians, definitely is a man that can deliver. And so you started. Subsidy was gone, and subsidy is gone. And today we are able to float the economy with income coming from the non-oil sector. And so your reforms are working. So when you came to the National Assembly with a very ambitious budget of 49.7 trillion, little did we know that working with your team will find a way to discover other sources of bringing revenue in. And today you are about to make history by signing the largest budget ever done in the history of Nigeria since independence.
Somebody should tell Akpabio not to increase my anger, because at the verse, may not come increase the anger. Which one is we are working with your team is doing well, and the economy is getting better, is doing well. Which one, which country? What do you mean by the economy is doing well and your reform is working? What reform is working is that? What do you mean by that? Which reform or which country is the reform working? Now, why do you say, okay, this is it. This is why they always say the reform is working. Tinubu is working. For example, when you say subsidy gone, that first year or less than a year in office, before that subsidy gone, Nigeria was the largest economy in Africa in terms of GDP. Nigeria was number one in Africa. But then subsidy gone, the problem at that time, floating of Naira, suddenly Nigeria dropped from first to number fourth at that time. I think as at last year, Nigeria was number 4. Meanwhile, we were number 1 in Africa before Tinubu took over. Now, because you said Tinubu is working, instead of number 4, where Tinubu was before, now we'll say that it's coming down. Nigeria is now number 3rd now, third position or second. Nigeria and Egypt are dragging as a second position. I think Egypt is still slightly leading leading Nigeria. Meanwhile, South Africa is number 1. Egypt, you can say Egypt is number 2. Nigeria is number 3. Egypt and Nigeria is dragging that 3rd position. So which one is Nigeria is doing well? Number 1. You are not even moving to number 1. Yet to even say when you are in that number 1, you have gap between all those Africa countries. You are saying the economy is doing well. Which one is doing well? Now, why did you say you are doing well? Before, when Tinubu took over, for example, something they used to sell in market before, let's say 100 naira. When Tinubu said subsidy gone, that first year, everything was even over 300% increase at that time. Was 300% increase. Then 300% increase, that was 100 naira they were selling that thing before Tinubu took over. 300% increase, that thing were not 300. They were not selling at 300. Some places were selling above 300. But now, because you said Tinubu is doing well, the reform is working, things are getting better. That same thing they were selling for 200 naira before. They are not selling for 200. They were selling for 100 naira before. They are not selling 200 naira. When Tinubu took over, it jumped to 300. But now, because they said it's working, things are working, they are not selling that same thing for 200 naira. What is working there? No, now somebody should tell me, answer me now. What is working there? They are not selling for 200 naira. We still have a 200% increase. Until on the market, women come to say, yes, things are getting better. Until you go to the supermarket, you go to the market, what we used to buy before? What we used to buy before, 100 naira before Tinubu took over, reduced everything back to that price. Back to the prices. 100 naira. If you want to do more, to say you are doing well, reduce that same thing from 100 naira to 80 naira or 90, 80 naira, reduce it. Then people will cry for you to say you are working. As it is now, no, you are not working. That's why people are saying, okay, if you cannot move us forward, leave us where you met us. Do you understand? Yes, that's why people are not saying that if you cannot move us forward, bring us back to where you met, where you took us from. This is where you met me. You say you want to take me forward. Rather, you are drawing me backwards. No, bring me back to where you met me. Let me remain there. That is where Buhari left us. Not to say you are doing well, meanwhile things are not getting better. Price of food and services are still on the high side. The transportation cost is on the high side. People cannot afford it. Fuel price, people cannot afford. How do you justify you are doing well when you took over? Price of fuel were just below 200, 170, 180 to even 200. How do you justify to say you are doing well? Now, the fuel that was selling for 200 is now 800, 850. It once sold at 1,000 plus because that doing well, Dangote able to start up refinery. Refinery is working, started reducing. Now they're selling for 850. Is that what you are doing well? 600% increase. 600%. Now as it is now, the contract to Dangote, selling of Naira, Dangote, the contract ended. They said they are not going to sell for Naira again. It's dollar. That is to say, it's going to increase again. What is the meaning of that? Exchange rate, pounds to Naira or Naira to pounds. How much was it before? It was 600, 700. But now it's over 2,000 plus. It has never been like this. So what is doing well there? Dollars, Naira to dollar, it was 400, 500 when Tinubu took over. That's today. How much is it? It's 1,500, 1,600 plus. Euros, the same thing, 1,700. What is doing well there? Do you know the increase when somebody that used to import goods in Naira to dollar before, exchange rate 200, 600, let's put it that way, exchange rate 600 before. Now suddenly the exchange rate is now 1,600. Do you know the cost of that goods that the person is going to import? What are you saying? Somebody should tell these people, not increase our anger. Not just increase our anger. If the country is working for you, all these politicians, you guys should not just increase our anger. It's not working for us. We that are not politicians, it's not working for us. Let's tell ourselves the truth so that you guys know the right thing to do. Come on now, why you dey whine? No, can't they whine us? I beg. Tell your master, instead of you, now you are in face of these people. It's people from Uyo. People in your Uyo, are they not complaining? You have time to discuss, Oga, these people are crying day by day. Things are not working, are not getting better. What are we going to do? We need energy. We need to put force. We need to do this on time now. Nigerians are not happy with you guys. You should know, You go the lie, give Tinubu. Not increase our anger, not just me. Anyways, please share this video.